Have you ever wondered why Japan has one of the longest life expectancies on the entire planet? Why their cities stay spotless without anyone forcing it? Why their students and employees seem so disciplined, so focused, while half the world battles constant stress and burnout? Is it something in their genetics? Some hidden national secret? Honestly, it's none of that. The real answer lies in 7 tiny daily habits, ones so small most people would walk right past them without noticing. Yet followed consistently, these habits quietly reshape health, mindset, and the entire direction of a life. Stick around, because habit 4 flips something almost all of us do backwards the moment we feel stressed. Before we continue, which of these 7 do you think you're already closest to? Habit 1. Getting 1% better daily January 1st arrives, and the list gets written all in one sitting gym every morning, a strict new diet, meditation, waking up at 5. Day 3 comes around, and the whole thing collapses under its own weight within days. Almost nobody fails because they lack willpower. They fail because they try to change everything at once. Kaizen offers a different approach entirely. Get just slightly better every single day, nothing more. A small, unglamorous shift that never overwhelms the brain, and a task that doesn't overwhelm you is a task that actually survives past day 3. Try this instead of the usual all-or-nothing resolution. 2 pages of reading, not 20. 5 minutes of movement, not 60. Small enough to feel almost silly, and that's exactly the point. Improving a single day is manageable. Finding a reason to actually want that day, though, is a different challenge entirely, and that curiosity is exactly where habit 2 begins. Habit 2, a reason to wake up picture an entirely free day, no work, no school, nothing scheduled at all. Now ask what would actually pull you out of bed. For a lot of people, that question sits there uncomfortably with no clear answer. In Japan, this concept is called ikigai, a reason to wake up, something that generates energy from within rather than being imposed from outside. Purpose doesn't just motivate for an hour, it gives an entire life direction. One simple question gets to the heart of it. What's the one task where time seems to disappear without you noticing? Often, that's where a real ikigai hides. Purpose fuels the mind beautifully. The body, though, needs its own kind of discipline, and knowing exactly when to stop is what Habit 3 is built around. Habit 3, eating until 80% full A large plate, finished completely, followed by that heavy, sluggish feeling that makes even standing up feel like effort. Most of us eat until genuinely full, sometimes past it. The Japanese principle of harahachibu takes a different route. Stop eating once the stomach feels about 80% full, not 100%. Eating slowly, savouring each bite, stopping just short of stuffed. Digestion improves. The body stops carrying unnecessary weight after every meal. Pausing once in the middle of a meal is all it takes, asking simply, am I still hungry or just finishing out of habit? Food nourishes the body. Screens, meanwhile, have started replacing a different kind of nourishment altogether, the kind Habit 4 brings back. Habit 4. Forest bathing stress hits, and the reflex is almost automatic. Phone out, scrolling begins Instagram, then Reels, then 20 more minutes disappear. Somehow, after all that scrolling, the stress hasn't lifted. Sometimes it's even worse. Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, offers the opposite approach, not literally bathing in a forest, but spending mindful distraction, free time in nature. Doctors in Japan often prescribe this directly because nature lowers stress in a way scrolling simply cannot replicate. No deep wilderness required a nearby park works just as well. Phone in a pocket, not a hand. A short walk. Trees noticed, a breeze felt, birds actually heard instead of tuned out. Nature calms what's on the outside. Habit 5 reshapes something on the inside, how you see yourself in the first place. Habit 5. Beauty in imperfection. Scroll through social media, one polished, curated life after another, next to a room that feels messy and a life that feels far from perfect by comparison. Wabi-sabi pushes back against this entirely. Nothing is meant to be flawless, and the imperfections themselves are what tell the actual story. A worn object, a mistake made and carried forward, a few visible scars, none of these are failures. They're evidence of a life actually lived. Notice one imperfect thing today, something worn, something unfinished, and let it be a story instead of a flaw. Accepting imperfection brings a certain calm. Real calm, though, gets tested the moment things actually go wrong, which is exactly where Habit 6 picks up. Habit 6. Quiet endurance under hardship traffic, barely moving, a mistake just made at work, frustration building fast, and the instinct is to complain loudly or spiral into panic. Gaiman offers something steadier, facing hardship with patience and dignity. This isn't about suppressing emotion or pretending pain doesn't exist. It simply means the pain doesn't get to become an entire identity. Patience over panic. The next right action over constant complaint. In the next difficult moment, pause before reacting and choose the smallest useful next step instead. Inner calm is powerful on its own. Habit 7 is about what happens when that same calm reaches the people around you. Habit 7. Selfless care for others. Nobody's watching. The space is completely empty and still the choice gets made to clean up, to leave it a little better than it was found. Omotenashi is exactly this, genuine care for others' comfort, expecting nothing back. Not even acknowledgement that even the smallest personal action affects everyone else nearby. Omotenashi isn't etiquette performed for an audience. It's a mindset carried without needing anyone to notice, whether anyone's watching or not. And that's really the quiet thread running through all 7 of these habits. None of them demand overnight transformation. None of them need a special talent or a lucky gene. Here's the part worth sitting with. The hardest habit on this list probably isn't the walk in nature or the smaller meal, it's learning to sit with imperfection without rushing to fix it. And that single shift is often what separates a life that feels calm from one that feels constantly behind. If you're wondering which one of these 7 habits would actually fit into your day starting tomorrow, there's one video that walks you through exactly how to build it, and it's on your screen right now.